del tuo seno, Gesù. Santa Maria, Madre di Dio, prega per noi peccatori, adesso e nell'ora della nostra morte. Amen. Caro bambino, il dolore è finito.
Look, we've got to call the police.
No! Ave Maria, piena di grazia.
Please!
Just give me a little bit more time with my son. To remember him as he was. Before you destroyed him.
Morning.
Vivian.
Here you are. And there's some breakfast downstairs.
Thanks.
Did you sleep all right?
Yeah, not bad.
It's the first good night I've had since the burglary. Thank you for staying.
You're welcome. I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. I don't know what you'd like, so there's bacon, fried egg, fried bread, mushrooms, sausages, and a grilled tomato.
That'll keep my arteries busy.
I don't usually do cook breakfast, but it takes 20 minutes to cook it and 20 seconds to wolf it down. Still, it's nice when you've got company.
Actually, Vivian, that was the police. There's been an incident and I have to get back to them.
Oh.
So, any chance of a doggy bag?
A doggy bag?
I should get going.
We can always give you bacon to the blue tits.
You gonna be okay?
Yes, of course. Oh, hang on a minute. I'll just turn the alarm off.
Thanks.
Bye.
She's gonna screw you. She's gonna get everything. What difference does it make whether I'm there or not? Look, we'll talk later. Nice place.
Morning.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, did you not get my text? I said I'd be late.
Yeah, but this stretches the definition of late a bit, doesn't it, Jimmy?
Sorry. So are you going where I'm going?
Yep, possible murder, Fabio Cassini.
What, the footballer?
That's the one.
My sister used to fancy him.
I don't think she'll fancy him now. Suppose you want a lift?
No, I'm at my own way. Should be about just 10 minutes.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
where were you last night?
Why, I told you I had to work late at the campus surgery. Got so late I had to tip in one of the sick bays.
But it's the summer holidays, it can't be that busy.
There was loads of conferences. It can get quite hectic.
Morning, Reece. Oh, hi. Oh, sorry I'm late. You'll never guess what I did.
Overslept?
No, I've been to the mill. I was thinking, oh, this is great. I'm nice and early for a change. And then Vivian says to me, somebody needs to check the staff rota.
Never mind.
Phew.
We're quite quiet here today, I'm afraid.
It's Nick in, yeah.
No, it's not Nick today. You're working with Daniel.
Daniel? Is that okay? Yeah? It's not Nick. It's Daniel.
Hi, Dave.
Boss,
What's the story?
2 intruders broke in through the patio doors. Householder confronted them. He was accidentally shot. They ran off.
Yeah, accidentally shot through the heart by the looks of things.
There's not much blood, is there?
Would you believe it? The mother cleaned up the body before we got here.
Thanks, Mum. So, this is Fabio Cassini.
Yeah. Used to watch him every Saturday down Leatherbridge FC. Me and Johnny.
Well, you'll not be renewing your season ticket now.
Depends who gets custody.
Sorry, Dave, I forgot. How did they get in?
Well, there's open fields out the back. It's not exactly Fort Knox.
Burglary?
Looks like it. We're talking to some of our regulars.
Well, they're not normally armed, though.
Oh, no. They used Fabio's own gun.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, I'll need to speak to Mrs. Cassini.
Of course I'll help you. I'll do anything in my power to catch the monsters that did this.
Well, we'd just like you to tell us exactly what you heard and saw last night.
Right. I was in my bed asleep. It must have been about 3 in the morning. I heard this crash, like a door being smashed. And then I heard voices. And I ran down the stairs. The sound was coming from the living room. And there were 2 men. And one of them had a gun to my husband's head. And I ran in, I tried to grab it off him, but he turned on me and Fabio tried to grab him. And that's when the man...
Did you get a good look at either of them?
They have balaclavas.
And they ran off?
As soon as they fired the gun.
Yeah, about this gun, one of my officers said that it belonged to your husband.
That's right. He kept it with him to make him feel safe.
And where did he get it from?
Fabio could have whatever he wanted.
Do you have any idea what these men were after?
Well, they were burglars.
How do you know?
One of them said, "Where's the safe?"
And you don't have a burglar alarm?
Yes, but I forgot to set it. Or maybe it was Fabio's turn.
Mrs. Cassini, why did your husband go and confront these men and not just phone the police?
Well, perhaps he didn't want to talk to an answer phone and have them get back to him 2 days later.
Fine. Right, well, that's it for now. Oh, just one more thing.
Yes?
You said I was in my bed. Did you and your husband have separate rooms?
Professional footballers need to stay in peak physical condition. So yes, we had separate rooms. But we did have a full physical relationship, if that's what you mean.
I didn't mean anything. I'll get my police surgeon to take a look at you. I need to go and talk to your mother-in-law now.
We can get a female officer to come and sit with you.
No, why don't you do that? I can do this interview on my own.
Right.
Thanks.
She doesn't like me much, does she?
She's only doing her job, Mrs. Cassini.
Please, call me Tish.
What do you want?
I'm Di Moore. You must be Fabio's mother.
That's right. Anja.
Well, I've just come for a chat, really.
Oh, please, darling, sit down.
Thanks.
This is Fabio, when he was just 10 years old. His first communion.
He looks lovely. It was nice that he invited you to live with him.
Oh, it was necessary. He married an English girl. So, she did not know how to cook.
I see. Did you see or hear anything last night at all?
I saw everything.
Really?
I was behind Tish on the stairs. I followed her into the living room. And I saw the man who killed my son. My brave son. My only son.
Take your time.
Oh, poor Fabio.
Angela,
Yes.
do you know if your son had any enemies?
What do you mean?
Anyone who might have wanted to hurt him?
It's impossible. He was a saint who died saving his family.
I see.
My son was so kind. You know, When you get old, you become less important. You don't matter so much. My son, he never make me feel like that. He always make me feel like the most precious person in the world.
Are you married?
Pardon?
If it's not too personal a question.
No, not anymore.
I'm sorry. It's just... if you were married, you'd understand. The one person you want to turn to. Who you need at times like these. And all you can see is what they did to him. The sight of him just lying there. I'm so sorry.
So, do you always have this effect on women?
Yeah, that's right. I'm good at getting them to open up to me.
Leave the tap on.
What?
Wax have ears. So, what do you think of Goldilocks then?
Seems quite genuine.
She's about as genuine as a hair colour. She's very good at turning on the tears and wrapping men round her beautifully manicured fingers.
She was completely grief-stricken. She threw up. Can't fake that.
Oh, well, what's her name out The Exorcist did?
You didn't see her.
You know how to pick 'em, Dave.
What do you mean?
Well, you always go for needy, emotional women who turn out to be not as nice as you thought they were.
Thanks, boss. Suddenly I'm a guest on the Jeremy Kyle show.
I'm just saying this, Tish. She conveniently forgets to set the alarm the very same night these men break in and somehow get the gun out of her husband's hand. How naive does she think we are?
What was the mother like?
It's hard to tell. There's something she's not saying, but I don't believe she'd kill her own son.
Oh, I see. So if they're young and blonde, they must be guilty. But if they're past a certain age, they're innocent.
I'm not arguing with you.
No, you never do when I've got a point.
Hello, Ruth.
Hello, Daniel.
Is Melody?
She's with a patient at the moment. Do you want me to pass on a message?
No. No, thanks.
OK, so at this point, we still don't know what these men were after.
I've told you. They wanted him to open the safe.
But they didn't go anywhere near it.
Once they shot Fabio, they knew they were in too deep.
Why didn't he just take him to it? Well, I know I would have done.
Perhaps he thought if he opened the safe, it would make them angry.
And why would it?
Because there wasn't any money in it.
Really?
When you are as rich as my son was, you don't need money. If he wanted to buy something, he'd just phone his banker in Switzerland and ask for a money order.
So what was in the safe? OK, I'm going to have a look. Where is it?
In the wardrobe.
You got the combination, please?
It was Fabio's birthday, the 5th of the 6th, 68.
OK, can you empty it, please? Chocolate?
That's right. That's the thing. He loved chocolate. But if he kept it in the safe, it meant he wouldn't eat too much.
Fabio. Poor Fabio.
First day of my hearing today. They're going in about now.
Why didn't you take the day off?
Because I know what's going to happen. One mistake, and I lose the lot.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. The next time I won't bother getting married. I'll just find someone I don't like very much and give them all my money.
I still think you should fight for access. How's your son going to feel if he finds out you didn't even show up?
Oh, look. The vultures are moving in.
Well, what do you expect? He was a bit of a superstar, Fabio.
No, he wasn't. He's well past his best. Leatherbridge only kept him on for the publicity. Well, my son still believed in him.
Still, can you think of any reason why somebody would want him dead?
He had a reputation as a bit of a ladies' man, you know what they say. Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
No, but you can take it to the vets and have its bits chopped off.
Charming. Jimmy better watch out.
He wouldn't dare.
Anyway, that's one possibility.
But what if Fabio did have an affair? She wanted revenge, hired a couple of guys to come in, maybe steal something, and it all got a bit out of hand.
Nice theory. Pity you haven't got any evidence.
Yeah, I know that.
What's going on in there, please? Can we have some information, please? Who's it?
Hang on, who's this?
Any info?
What's going on?
This man works for my husband.
Oh, yeah?
He sent me a present.
Who has?
Fabio. Oh, he must have arranged it. Just for me.
Can I look at that letter? Thanks. What does he mean by this?
I don't know.
What did your husband have to be sorry for?
I've no idea.
Right, come on. We can finish this down at the station.
No photographs, please.
That was the last time I saw him. We never had a dog after that. Our lives are so short. We spend most of them waiting for us to go home from work.
Oh, Daniel, I really need to talk to you about... Ruth!
Hi, what is it?
I really need to talk to you about the diabetes clinic.
What diabetes clinic?
The diabetes clinic that we had on Friday.
Oh, that diabetes clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice. I thought it went well and everything, but could we possibly have a chat about it later?
What, like a feedback session? Yeah, we can touch base on that.
Why don't you join us? We're just talking about pets we've had that have died.
No, you're all right.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't know, and I can't help you.
Your husband wrote this just before he died. What was he sorry for? What had he done?
Nothing. We had rows. All couples do, don't they? But I would never do anything to hurt him.
Hello, Mrs. Cassini.
Please, get out of my way.
I'm afraid I can't let you go down there.
I can do what I like. This is my house.
It's also a crime scene.
I didn't want any of this to happen.
I understand.
And now, I just want to clean away my son's blood.
The whole of the downstairs is sealed while we investigate the incident.
It was not an incident. It was the end of the world.
Come on. I'll take you back to your room. Come on.
How many times do I have to tell you? I did not kill my husband. I did not pay anybody to kill my husband. And I had no wish for my husband to die!
There's no need to shout. I can hear you perfectly clearly. Luckily, we don't have to rely on your word. Our forensics are collecting every fibre, every speck of dust, and they'll find out exactly who killed your husband, where they came from, and who they were working for.
Mom.
Just a minute. This better be good.
It's dynamite.
Go on.
Well, I've just been talking to the pathologist, and your first impressions of the crime scene were spot on.
Which was?
Not much blood.
I thought Mama Angela had cleaned some of it off.
Well, it's not just that. It's that there wasn't much blood on the wound, or on the pyjamas, on the carpet.
Which means...
Well, we think he was already dead when he was shot.
What?
Well, think about it. If the blood was still circulating, then he'd have given off enough to drench his pyjamas, soak the carpet. But we think that when he was shot, he'd already been stone cold for several hours.
Right.
So who would shoot a dead body?
Well, someone who'd want to make it look like...
Who?
Roman Catholic.
Come again?
What is that noise?
Oh, that'll be the press.
What are they going to say about me?
Well, it's Fabio they'll be writing about.
So long as they know I was a good mother. Do you have children?
Just the one.
Then you will understand that you would do anything for your child, to make things right for him, to save him from evil. Hello.
Mrs. Cassini.
What is it? Have you found the monsters that killed my son?
Your son wasn't killed by a monster now, was he?
My son was. I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, I very much doubt that. But right now, our pathologist is analysing his bloodstream to see what substances there are. What's he going to find? Weed killer? Rat poison? Sleeping pills?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. And it's going to be dragged out of you in a very long, humiliating public trial. Your son's name dragged through the mud. Or you could make it a lot easier, a lot quicker.
You want the truth. Fabio wasn't murdered.
What?
I found this on the kitchen table in the middle of the night, next to his body, and a bottle of pills. Dear Mama, I am so sorry, but things have gone wrong too many times. I feel I am going down and no one can pull me up again. Please take care of Tish. It isn't her fault. It was her fault. But he always forgave that bitch.
And then you had a problem because you wanted to give him a full funeral, but the Catholic Church doesn't look kindly on suicide. So you had to make it look like murder.
But it wasn't just that. I wanted people to remember him the way he was, not how he turned out. After I found him, I got Tish to carry his body into the living room. And then I tell her to get the gun, to get his gun, and to shoot him in the heart.
No, she couldn't have.
Of course she could. If they found out he committed suicide, she would never get the insurance money. That gunshot got her £1 million.
But surely you can see it was wrong. You tried to cover up your son's death, but thanks to you, people are going to be talking about it for years to come.
I don't care. Everything I did for Fabio. His wife didn't understand him. His club abandoned him. But his mother, she never rejected him. If I had to walk through fire to save my son, I would do it till I burned to death.
I'm going to have to ask you to come down the station. You do not have to say anything.
Don't worry, darling. I will come. I will say anything you want me to say.
Well, you were right about Tish. I do have terrible taste in women.
Yeah, she wasn't a murderer, though, so only gets 6 out of 10.
Poor cow.
Oh, no. I'll probably kill her. Meanwhile, Tish will sell a story to some trashy magazine, pose grief-stricken with that chihuahua and find to sell another footballer. Right, should we get statements from them?
If you don't mind, I'd like to ask for a few days compassionate leave.
What's put that on?
You were right. I really do need to go to my divorce hearing. I know I'm going to get shafted, but I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for Johnny. Like an Italian mother.
Well, be careful. Well, go on, then.
Oh, looks like you got a visitor.
Jimmy! To what do I owe this pleasure?
Well, I know this could be an all-nighter, and I know you don't always look after yourself, so I bought you some chicken soup.
Oh, since when did you turn into me Jewish mother?
6 weeks after I met you.
Is this the result of a guilty conscience?
I got nothing to feel guilty about.
Where were you last night?
I told you. Look, there's some stuff I can't tell you at the moment, pressure of work and that, but it's nothing serious.
Right, because if it was another woman, I know at least 100 ways to murder someone.
Hello.
Daniel. Yeah, look, it's about Friday.
Thought it might be.
Look, I'm not so sure it was a great idea.
Wasn't it?
No, I mean, well, it was great and everything. It's just, it all happened so fast and I'm in such a mess with breaking up with Archie, failing my assessment and...
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to take advantage of you.
No, I mean, I threw myself at you. So.
I didn't exactly fight you off, though.
Look, it was really nice. I just, it shouldn't happen again.
Well, I'm not going to ask you to marry me or anything. For me, I just thought it was, a couple of grown-ups having grown-up fun.
I just wondered if you... Oh, Ruth, I'll come back in a minute.
In my opinion, Dr. Bell, it's not wise to be too familiar with patients.
Sorry? I've been sleepwalking.
Oh, some women like older men, and vice versa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I shouldn't take advantage like this.
Harry's an old friend and means a lot to me.
No, don't look at me like that. I'm not a monster.
It's murder at Dr. Sloane's house next on BBC1 Scotland, and the culprit might just get away with it.